Okay, so I'm going to cover adding weapons, and in this one we are going to see what's happening. So I have a new project for the Lyra template. I went up here and made a new level. I saved it. I called it New Weapons. The location I saved it in was where I have been saying under shooter maps right here, just because where I keep organized for my Lyra maps. Um, if you wanted to, you can make your own folder in here, but not a big deal. Um, so what that's going to look like and what I'm going to cover today is changing the color of your character, adding in weapons that aren't included in Lyra, having those weapons be your default weapon for equipping, and then I'll cover kind of a really cheesy way of doing zoom. So this is a semi-auto rifle that's fairly accurate and does moderate damage, and we can get it to zoom in, kind of get a little bit of the muzzle there. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but it can achieve quite a few things if you really wanted to. And I can cover kind of another way of adding things to that. Um, so let's get started. So that was the AS Val that I made. And the weapons pack that we're using is under free, permanently free collection. Go up here, we type in weapons, we click free, and it's right here, FPS weapons bundle. So download that, add that to your project. I've already done so. So we have the weapons bundle right here. And next, I think we're going to add an Uzi. An Uzi sounds fun. Um, So which one do we think is the Uzi? SMG 11. Yeah, that looks fun to play with. Um, and yeah, I like it. Okay, cool. Um, so that's what we'll be adding. Let's get started. So the first thing, actually no, I already have a static mesh, so that's awesome. Okay, so we want this to be a high fire rate, low kind of damage, probably not super accurate. So let's start off with the rifle class. So under weapons, I'm going to go ahead and make a new folder, and I'm going to call this my Uzi. We can call it SMG 11. That's fine. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go to my rifle. I'm going to copy all of this, actually just select all of that, and go SMG 11, copy here, open this up, do some fun renaming, Control V, just hitting F2 for a quick rename, Control V, Control V. It is going to be an automatic, so we'll leave the auto in there. Super fun stuff right here. Okay, F2. Okay, so kind of the first one I'm going to start off is I'm just going to open the weapon itself. Um, let's just go ahead and compile, open the full blueprint editor, and we've got our skeleton mesh. So if we go to viewport, first thing we want to do is make sure our weapon is being set to the right skeleton mesh. So I can come back up here. Um, I believe it was the SMG 11, and we're going to use on the X. Select it, bring it in. First thing I've noticed is that it brings in the wrong materials. Slow down, camera. So we're going to go ahead and fix the materials. So we'll go to Weapons, Materials, SMG 11. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of curious. What does that make it look like? Oh, that's not good. That could be kind of fun. That's horrible. Um, oh, that's for the strap. That's what that material is. Okay. Um, yeah, I kind of like just the metal one the best. Um, but for fun, we're going to end up making a pink team, so why not have a pink gun? Um, and then if I really wanted to, I could actually just open up this material and say, Lyra has a way to change like weapon tint, but if you wanted everybody to have a color on the gun, I can just go ahead and select this, and now let's say everybody has a teal gun because I love this color right here. So we'll go ahead and save, close this out, and now we've got like a, I don't know if that's like Tiffany blue. Okay. Um, so yeah, so that's the color of our gun now. And then I want to go back to my mesh. I've just been doing this out of habit because this is how all their weapons are set up in here. I'm going to create an animation blueprint, delete all that, go ABP underscore control V, double click this, local space reference pose, default, default slot, default slot, go in here, select all, hit Q, compile, and we're done with that. I'm going to go through and select it and bring it over to my animation class, which it's not animated, but let's just do this prep work. There's no weapons animations for any of these guns that are made. And then I'm thinking we add a suppressor. So let's add another skeletal mesh and go suppressor. And I thought there was like attachments, meshes, accessories, right? Yeah, the suppressor. Oh, it's a static mesh. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go add um, static mesh. And so I have, this is kind of something I do like that I don't use enough. But if I have this selected and I come up here to add, it goes, do you want to add the suppressor? Yes, yes I do. And so let's just position this. Let's go ahead and turn snapping down to 1, rotation to 5. Okay. And get this 1 is bad, so let's turn snapping off. If it threads on, it should be snug. Okay. Camera's getting in the way. Should be pretty snug, something like that. So now we've got a suppressor on there. And then honestly, if I really wanted to, I could do some cheating. Let's open up this master material here. This has another master material. Let's see what they're doing in here. Are they applying this like, no. Okay, so there's no like grunge layer. It's all in the material. Okay, well, that's okay. Um, we can select this. Let's kind of try and set this up here, and maybe we want to tint it. Cancel that. I want to open this up. I want to copy this color, and I'm just curious what this will look like. Not great, um, but I don't hate it. Okay, so it looks absolutely ridiculous. I kind of do hate that. Ooh, Control Z. That's not what I wanted. I'm in the wrong material. Save. Okay, that looks better normal. Alright, so we'll save that. Added a little suppressor on there. We're done with these materials here. We're actually done with this weapon itself. And we are going to, I'm going to leave those up for now so I remember where they're at. We're going to go down into SMG 11. We can see we've got our nice little suppressed SMG there. One thing I'm going to have to change though is, let's open this back up because this is the quickest way to get there. Is I want the attachment to just always be there. And without making a socket, I'm not sure how that's going to work out. One thing we also need to do is we need to add a muzzle socket. So we're going to go to our skeleton mesh, and I've been using under muzzle flash. It's already right there. We're going to actually have to offset this. So I'm going to go add a socket, click on that socket, hit F2, capital M-U-Z-Z-L-E. Oh, except I can't spell. And muzzle. And then I want to add a preview asset. And for here, it was suppressor like 5. So I'm going to add this suppressor 5. And I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees for now. And I'm just trying to get a benchmark in space. It's not going to be perfect, but I want this to spawn somewhere around there-ish. Okay, so this is preview only. It's not going to actually do anything. I could do a couple things with this, but I just want this for my muzzle flash. I can't remember how to like remove my preview. It's fine. It's not going to actually show up in game, so we're good. Okay, so that's set. We have our muzzle socket. Oh, that's right. Remove selected. Oh, that's fun. Of course, that's going to be a big yes. It's going to open them in the wrong window for the most part. So let's go ahead and drag these over. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so we lost some progress there. Not a big deal. We go to muzzle flash. We're going to add a socket again and call this muzzle. And then I'm just going to drag this out. We can play with this later. I feel right around there is fine. I'm going to hit save and close this down. So we're done with that. Ability set AS val, that is not the right one. Okay, so it looks like, okay, it did save. All of this is good. All right, so now we're going to go down to our plugins, shooter core content, that was closed, weapons, our SMG 11. So we've done our weapon here. We're going to open our ability set. Everything's opening in the wrong screen. Our instance, our fire, our rifle, that does not seem right. Which one was that? Gameplay ability. We've got modifier, I believe that should be reload. And I just pasted a whole function in here. That's impressive. Okay, it's not going to take that because it doesn't know what to do with it. I need to get this back in my clipboard. Control C. Okay, I don't see reload in here. Fire, reload, notify. Okay, so we're good. Um, left off on fire. Our damage, our ID, our weapon pickup, and our weapon ID. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start from the top here. So we have our weapon ID. So our instance is going to be that SMG11. The ability set is the SMG11 ability set. And the actor to spawn is Control V. Our blueprint underscore SMG11. We need to remove this offset, compile and save that. This is just the rotation of the weapon. So this is where you can set different offset locations and stuff like that. We may have to play with that a bit because our bone structure for the weapon's not the same. Our pickup data, so our spawn time, 15 seconds. Don't need to mess with any of that. We're going to Control V in here, and we get that static mesh. I don't need the magazine. We did no stock, right? I'm like 99% sure we have no stock on this. Yeah, just free gunning. Um, okay, so we can actually leave that open. Control V. No stock on X. And then our item inventory, our inventory item, we're going to pick that weapon ID of the SMG11. Hit save, and we're done with our pickup data. And then in here, we're just going to rename it to the SMG11. Pick the weapon ID, SMG11. Our display name when equipped is SMG11. I missed, pretty sure I missed one. SMG11. SMG11. I could have swore it did it 3 times. Maybe not. Cool. Okay. And then, so our ammo, let's say it is, well, let's just Google it. Uzi mag cap. Uzi 45 ACP 25 rounds. 20 rounds. That seems really low. We're talking 9 mil here. 32 rounds. That sounds better. So we'll call it 32, 32, and then 32 times 3 is 96. So that seems good there. And then we want to give it the reticle. Make sure you don't mess this one up like I do. Reticle, and then our ammo counter right there. Okay. So this is set up. We've got our ID set, our display names, and our magazines. Go ahead and close that out. We're going to go to our damage here. And so we want to change under magnitude. I think It's like 20, 25 to the body, 36 to the head. It's like 11 or 12, so I want like, let's just do 9. Sounds good, because we're going to give it a pretty high fire rate. So damage magnitude of 9. And pretty happy with this. It's using the rifle. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and compile, save that. If you don't, just use save on compile. That's what I do. Or you can do it on success only. So we're good with the damage. We may come back to that. We'll have to come back to that. Gameplay ability fire. And so we're going to make a new ability for this thing to fire. So we're going to go to our gameplay queue tag firing. And so we're going to click edit. We're going to come down and look for weapon. And then we're going to click add subtag. And then we are going to control V, SMG11, dot, capital F, fire. Enter. If you check, we are now SMG11 fire selected. Um, Impact is fine. This is where you can change animations, but we need our gameplay effect to be changed to our SMG11 for the damage that we just picked. So there's our damage. And then ability type action, fire, fire, no fire. Ability tags, activation, own tags. Okay. So that's all good. Compile, save, close. Let's just check reload. Reload, this is where you can change your reload animation. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm pretty sure the pistol even uses the rifle. Oh no, pistol reload. Well, you know what? Let's use the pistol reload. I think it fits more to this. Animation montage male. So we'll use the pistol reload. We do want the rifle fire though, that's for sure, because it's going to be kind of crazy. So we'll go ahead and close this out. Our weapon instance, so how many bullets per cartridge? It's got 1. Max range, 25 meters, more like 15. Um, More like 15 meters. Don't need to change any of that. Rifle equip. Is there a pistol equip? Um, Pistol equip, unequip generic, and we'll do that pistol melee. Pistol melee. Just go ahead and save that real quick. Our heat curve, I'm actually going to leave this alone. I think it's pretty fitting. This thing should not be that accurate. High fire rate, close range kind of weapon. So if we wanted to, we can come here and play with our spread if we think it's too wild, but we'll wait until we test it before we do that. So let's give it its abilities. Right now it has the ability to fire auto and to reload and then to auto reload when empty. So we need to change this to our fire auto for the SMG11, and then we want it to reload, and then we're going to leave alone the reload. And these input tags are telling it to receive the input to do this action or ability. Ability, not action. So we'll go ahead and save that. And then, okay, so now that we've got the tag set up, we can close this, close our ability set. I'll leave that open for now. So our gameplay queue notification tag. So we're going to come over on the right in our details pane to gameplay queue tag, and we're going to click edit. And we want to come down to SMG11, just drop that down, and we're going to click SMG11 and fire. And that's all we need to do, and that's going to tell on this queue to fire the weapon. So we're good here. Now we're going to close. Those two are good. And now I just want to spawn in with this weapon. So shooter core, type in hero, go to my hero mannequin, initial inventory items. I'm going to add another one to the array, and I want my SMG11 here. So I'm going to hit compile and play, and let's just see what happens. Because I do need to turn up the fire rate, I believe. Ow. Okay, so yeah, that IK is bad. Oh yeah, it's pretty wild out there. So if I get closer, oh, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, it needs to fire way faster. 85 frames. These spawners are like half a gig. Okay. I don't know how my guy died. So we want a faster fire rate. That's not great. So let's go to our SMG11 and fire auto. So fire delay time in seconds. Let's go 0.02. Our auto rate, it doesn't say. So auto rate is 1. I don't know, it's 0.25. I'm just playing with numbers here right now. Compile, play. Oh, that causes so many issues. Okay, the audio is not keeping up, but I love that fire rate. I actually think I can fix that. Let's see. I'm just playing with this. I want to see what 1 does, because now I know that fires really fast. Okay. Interesting. So we have this montage here of fire. So we're playing this weapons montage. I kind of want to use the pistol fire, though, I think is going to be the way to go to make this look good. So let's go pistol fire. Well, that's the gameplay cue. Weapon pistol fire. Let me open up and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's a better way of holding it. So let's go here. Pistol fire. Compile. And then I think I want to look at my gameplay queue and see how we're setting our sound and that delay on burst. Send weapon fire, strength 0.1, so not super loud. We're getting our cue. Getting the location. Spawn results. Interesting. Whiz by. I really feel like there's a way to tune that. That's fine. Okay, cool. Let's see if the way he's holding it is better. That did not. Why is he not changing? Did I not go fire, pistol fire? I did. Pistol equip, pistol melee. You know what? We're actually just going to change this animation layer to the pistol. And he's still not switching. That's so funky. That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay. Gameplay Q tag firing SMG 11 fire. Let's do -1. Plus 15. I'm curious if this is like speeding up the queue to send the it's not speeding up the sound. Gameplay Q tag firing. Well, if anything, we may have to do some research into that for why it's doing that. But this is actually fine. The offset looks fine, and our damage, I liked the damage and the spread that you needed to be kind of close, kind of how it should be. Oh, I just opened that. Our ID looks good. I'm just trying to see if I'm overriding that anywhere. Damage type rifle. That's all fine. Queue notification. This is where we're setting our queue. I've yet to figure out where it's actually spawning the sound, right? Because we have an empty array of sounds. But if I come in here, I can spawn condition override. I like the placement, was fine. And so I don't know. Let's just see. Curious, I don't know if that'll actually affect what we want it to affect. I totally lost what we were playing. The pistol fire. We set that animation layer. That wasn't in V pistol. That was in the weapon instance. So equipped, layer rules. That's for female. Okay. So maybe we do pistol. Pistol. Okay, so that's what it was. We just needed to switch it. Because if we spawn in as a female, it's going to throw it off. Still doesn't look super great, but it's better than what it was. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I fixed the sound with that. Oh, this thing fires so fast. Okay. Okay, so moving on. So kind of what we took away from that was actually this is the first time I've actually fixed the sound in the gameplay queue. Um, and so I did kind of this looping duration. I might play around with this more to see if we can actually do no fade out. And then I just picked this rifle sound. We can try the pistol fire and see if maybe that sounds better. This thing's an animal. So that's an Uzi. And now kind of to cover if you wanted to add like uh, a simple zoom function. Um, so close all of these out. Actually, don't remember. It wasn't attaching our suppressor though. Oh yeah, our suppressor is attached. Yeah, cool. Okay. So if we wanted to add some zoom, I'm going to do this really fast so you can pause it as you need to. Um, so for our AS val, we're going to get, not there, our ability set. Um, and so in our ability set, we need to make a new ability to actually zoom in and zoom out. And so the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to shooter core, and we're going to type in ADS, and I'm just going to copy or duplicate and rename this gameplay ability ADS. And then inside my new one with it renamed, I come over to the ability tags on the right, and I'm going to click Edit under Ability, type Action, and then I'd click on Action right here, and then I just want to add a new tag. And so I'd have to remove this one, but originally it's on ADS, so right now it has 2 tags. So let's just actually make a new one here. So if I go to Action, I'm going to click this little Add Subtag, and you're going to add the subtag and call it whatever you want. I call it ADS Zoom, and that's fine. And then for cancel abilities with tags and block abilities, you want to go to that ADS function, and we're just blocking the normal ADS. We want it to use our ADS. Okay, so with the tags done, we have this set camera mode. We're going to click the little browse to. Normally it is third person ADS, duplicate it, go third person ADS zoom, open it. With it open, you're going to go to tag offset curve, hit clear. This is a really janky way of doing it, but it's the only thing I found on the internet for doing like quick school project worthy. I've added some other functions, but we're not going to go over that. And then field of view, you can change it to whatever you want. Let's call it 45. So change your field of view down here. You want your blend out time to be 0. And that's really it. Ease out, that's fine. And don't need to change anything else. Compile, compile. And then with those 2 set up, now you're going to come to your ability, and you're going to add a new ability. So you're just going to, let me delete, I can't actually individually delete this one. Oh, maybe I can delete. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add that new ability, and our ability is ADS Zoom, or whatever you named it. Our tag is going to be input tag. It was input tag. And then I want to say it was ability. Oh, I just had it too, and I'm like losing it right now. Click out. Input tag ability. ADS. There we go. And so this is going to take the input of the third person character, so you have input mappings. So this is taking a tag and it's telling it when you click the right mouse button to ADS. And when we ADS, the ability it's going to do is that ADS zoom that we set up. So if I hit play, I have my ASVal equipped. And so you're going to get this like clipping, and this is kind of where I ended up doing some other stuff. That's always fun. But we can always mess with that a little bit with our field of view. Let's go 65. See if it gets any better. It's a little better. Call it 60, see what the threshold is. 65 is the threshold. Okay, so actually scratch this. There's actually a lot more that I don't want to cover. That could be a whole nother video. So I hope you appreciate it, and that helps you. That's a down and dirty. I'll let you kind of figure out the mesh part if I don't put out another video to share for better zooming and setting up a sniper rifle. But this process goes the same for shotguns and stuff like that. So feel free to check that out. I'm going to be making another video for kind of making a like twin tube rocket launcher fire in here. So cool. Good luck.